Hello, welcome back to Otter Pop Culture. Today we're going over the third album by the London trio, or the English trio called London Grammar, and there's an album called Californian Soil. So this is a trio that I came across very randomly, and the song that I came across was like kind of disappeared on Spotify, which is kind of weird. So I got into the 2014 song called Hey Now, but before that, I got into the song called Darling, Are You Gonna Leave Me, which came out around the same time. I think it was on an EP. And so I was like, okay, cool. Like this is a really great song. Oh, Hey Now is really great. But I think Hey Now must have took off harder or something like that because they kind of brought it into their album If You Wait, which is I remember I thought that Darling, Are You Gonna Leave Me is gonna be was on it because I remember when I downloaded it or when I did it when I downloaded it, I felt like it had it, but maybe I got the British version of it, and maybe there's an American version of this kind of album, or whatever. Leave a comment below, tell me what you thought about that, because I feel like that song does exist, but for some reason it did exist, and then it just like kind of completely vanished. I really love that song. Anyway, so I didn't really get into Truth is a Beautiful Thing. I got into like a couple songs, but not really the full album. So this is the first time me coming back into them, listening to a full-on album, and I heard a lot of good things about this album. Like people, apparently it's another mainstream, or another album that made huge mainstream reaction because I don't know, but just it really did, which is very surprising because I was expecting it to kind of to have them have a ongoing mainstream thing going on, but it seems like it kind of went from mainstream with Hey Now kind of album, but then nothing kind of not nothing, but like mainstream kind of didn't really take them in until now, and so but it seems like it's unfortunate because this album's kind of has a bit of a with rightfully so, like critiques towards American culture and a way that we see things, and also Californian culture. So so let's just get into it. So pretty much, I'll tell you about my favorite songs, and then kind of give you the whole idea of what the album felt like to me. So actually, let's go backwards. Let's do that one first, and then go into the songs. So what I felt like the album was pretty much communicating is the idea of a mixture between finding your self-worth inside a relationship and whether it's good or not, mixed with love in a relationship, that the difference between somebody supporting you and somebody only being around you because you have something that they want. And then the other part of it is about, I feel like it's about the music industry, and pretty much American music industry and Californian life, and just how they're just a lot of people, how they moved to a lot of stars that moved to LA, or bands that are from other places that moved to LA because their manager says like this is where you're going to actually have to make it to get into mainstream of this world, which is unfortunate because there's so many other places that I know, and other stars, that other musicians that I know that are not have not entered the whole LA direction are doing very, very great. So it's kind of sucks that that managers put our agents or whatever push people to like go to LA, go to LA, go to LA. It's like, yeah, you'll get that whole kind of like superficial pieces of it, but you will get mainstream stardom, but it wouldn't feel right the way that you claimed. And I think that's kind of what she's saying. Just like I feel like she says that pretty much in America, in the last song America, which I really like. And that kind of direction is just like, it seems great when as she says, and all the parties they fade, and yes, my looks they'll go away. I'll just be left in America, but she never had a home for me. Pretty much never feeling like she belonged. Pretty much in this, or maybe all of them felt the same way, but didn't feel like they really belong in this kind of like direction of how we work things, pretty much. And there's a lot of superficial directions that we work in the music industry as well. But let's talk about some of the songs I really like. So, California Soil is the one I really like. I think it's really nice. I love the idea of her kind of like, she is kind of the direction of leaving to go to California, to LA, pretty much. But she's glad that she has a company with her to kind of guide her through it, and she's kind of coming in with no plan. She doesn't really have much expectations or what she thinks is going to happen. She has no idea, but she's really happy that she has a support system with her as she does it, you know. Um, lose your head is another one I liked. I didn't really understand exactly what it meant, other than the idea that she sings, "You say you miss me now. What a way to lose your head." And I can't really tell if that's like a way to just like saying that they were supposed to miss some early, pretty much her earlier, but now after things are getting bigger and she's getting kind of mainstream in that direction, like now they miss this person misses her or them or whoever wrote this specifically the subject is about. And she's like, "What's a way to lose your head? What a way to lose your head! Like it's a waste of time." So missing me is just gonna you're just gonna go in circles in your head. I guess is that's what she's talking about. Go into Lord, It's a Feeling is pretty dark. It reminds me of Cinnamon by Lana Del Rey. Less of the like hitting direction, but more just like this woman's in this relationship with this constantly cheating guy and the way that he mistreats her and everything, but she still kind of sticks around. And so Hannah Reid, which is the lead singer, pretty much is saying that she's like, I know it's the feeling. I can feel what this is happening to you, and it's happening to you in some part she can relate to it, and she sucks. She sucks. She's mad at that, or it sucks because she's mad that that's happening, and she doesn't really know can't really do anything entirely about it, but she can feel the feeling what's going on. As she says, I saw the way you made her feel like she was nothing, like she should be somebody else. So it's a weird kind of talking to her and talking to the guy too. Oh no, talking specifically to the guy, honestly. I saw the way that you laughed behind her neck or behind your back when you fucked somebody else. Pretty much this whole thing is like he has some pride with the idea that he's like playing her in this weird way, and it's just like it's very sad for her to kind of watch this happen. How does it feel is a weird kind is a direction where it feels like it talks about a post breakup where it talks about she's like, how does it feel to now that I'm gone, now that you're alone kind of thing, and it's just this kind of idea like maybe the ex regrets letting her go. And as she says in the confusion that things have stayed the same, and I know I learned to not make this same mistake. Pretty much saying like, and this idea is just like all this happened. I wonder if you miss me, but at the same time, I know I'll never go back in that direction ever again. Baby It's You kind of flips it around to another direction. This is actually the first single to this album, came out 3 years before this even took form. This album took form, but like this one's pretty much a dedication to love and just saying, and pretty much it gives me a visual of being at like Burning Man or at this like festival or Coachella or whatever, those kind of festivals. And she's singing to the audience and they're singing back and they're all painted faces as she says. And there's all this color, as she says, all this color, in me, but all I see is you. There's all these painted faces singing back to me. There's an ocean here, but all I see is you, and nothing else matters. There's some significant other person that's inside the audience that she's pretty much just seeing, and that's all she sees, and I think that's kind of the professing, like, I really, really love this person. And shout out to Call Your Friends, which is a very interesting song. I thought it was about, like, this love is rocky or shit's going downhill, so I call on to my friends for support kind of thing, but it seems like it's not really that, more of a things are rocky, whatever plans you have with your friends, let's call them off until we can figure out our shit together kind of thing. And she said, like, because I just want you to myself kind of thing, and I think that's kind of what she's going with that when it comes to the song. And another song I like was America, but I talked about this too. It's pretty much talking about the idea of chasing a dream and trying to chase that American dream and knowing that it barely kind of exists in a way, but also it's not really what you think it could be. And on top of that, it never really had a space for you to begin with. So, she says, but all the time chasing America, but she never had a home for me. All this time chasing a dream that meant nothing to me. Pretty much in that direction of, this is not the exact dream that I was visualizing, but it's a dream that they want me to have, kind of thing. And I think that's kind of the thing that she's feeling, like, just like after going and landing in America or California soil, where she's like, no expectations, we'll see what happens. And at the end of the album, she's like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go back to where I was, because I feel like that was much more authentically me, over being in this kind of industry, in this kind of area of space where where it doesn't really, yeah, where pretty much she's not being her authentic self, and they're not really allowing her to do that either. Um, this album is very interesting. It was definitely a slow burn to get me to understand what's actually going on, but all in all, it's pretty nice. I give it a 8 out of 10. Leave a comment below, tell me what you thought. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. If you liked this video, hit the like, subscribe, and notification button too, so you get more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.